Hi, I'm Mark, and thanks for taking time to check out this video on the Quarry Park access of the North Fork River. And this is the first in a series of videos I'm going to do on the North Fork and other Arkansas tailwater. The North Fork is an amazing river. It has world-class trout. It's known for brown trout, and it can also be extremely frustrating because of the clarity of the water and also the unpredictability of the tailwater that's driven by power generation. So here in the introduction, here's some things you need to check out and to learn about the area there. I've also got some important numbers for you to call, and you always want to make sure you know what the water conditions are and how they're changing. We're going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute. Quarry Park is also an amazing park to camp. It's right by Dry Run Creek, and it has heated and cooled bath facilities as well. So if you come, plan on camping. It's worth it. Finally, it's real busy on the weekends, so you'll have best luck during the week. Tailwater produces large trout, but it also has some unique dangers. So be sure you're familiar with the situation. Be sure that you plan how you're going to get yourself off of the stream if the horn goes off. And if you plan on fishing with a boat, do not fish this area for the first time in your boat. You'll want to fish down at the confluence first to get used to the conditions of the water. When they're generating 2 full generators, there can be up to over 6,000 CFM of water flowing, which to say the least can be very dangerous. You don't have to have real expensive equipment to catch fish here. I personally have a TFO that's 9 foot. It's mid-flex and a 5 weight. I use weight forward floating line, and I use fluorocarbon leaders that are long and generally 6X. These are the flies that I primarily use on the North Fork, and especially the ones on the left. These are all patterns that are available in the how to tie fly videos in the other part of this channel. And you can either buy these at a local fly shop, or you can order them from Orvis or Bass Pro in some cases. Here's a high-level view of the Quarry Park fishing area and access. I pulled this from the Arkansas Game and Fish website. I like this particular view because it shows the river at a low level. If you look on Google Maps, you generally see the river when it's high, and you can't see the structures as much. So in the rest of the video, what I'm going to do is describe to you what the features are in the river, where they are, and I've got numbered locations of where to fish, and then talk about how to fish each of those locations successfully. The circles on the map here show areas that are major, either land or we'll call it rock structures, that you need to be familiar with, and that drive where the channel is and are places for the fish to hold. The channel, if you're looking upstream, starting with position 12, runs along the left side in between the island and the shore, and then it cuts through the 2 islands and then runs down the right side between the islands and the shore. Position 1 is one of the most popular spots, and you've got to get there early to get it. I generally fish black and olive, small willy buggers or micro jigs in this spot, and I'll fish them on the swing from left to right in the water coming out of Dry Run Creek into the channel on the right. Positions 2 through 4 is faster water. So woolly buggers, micro jigs, or jigs, or wet flies are what you generally want to fish in that water. Now, from 5 through 12, the water really opens up, and so you really want to fish the channel. And I generally use like a Spanish bullet with a zebra midge dropper, and I'll fish it about 4 feet deep. And you'll want to drift the channel and also behind structures. Okay, generating or generation in high water is a big topic, and in fact I'm going to dedicate a whole video on that and how to successfully catch fish during generation. But generally speaking, it's from a boat. So you're probably going to want to put the fly rod up. You do not want to wade when it's generating, unless it's like a half generator or something like that, and if you're used to the water. So generally you want to fish with a spinning rod. Fishing on the bottom is probably the most successful, but if you do that, plan on keeping the fish, okay? Catch and release doesn't work when you're fishing on the bottom because they generally swallow the hook. And one method for fishing on the bottom is with a drop shot. And you'll put a shrimp and a power egg on there that's orange, and you'll probably catch a ton of fish. So plan on fishing on the bank. And again, you can do that with a drop shot, or you can also fish with Rapala spin casting lures. They'll work okay, and fish them on the swing. And but do not plan on fly fishing from the bank. There's just not room to do it with the steepness of the bank. The best way to catch fish when the water is high is from a boat. If you don't have one, I suggest hiring a guide, and those guys can get you down the river safely and put you on the fish. If you have a boat, if you're like me, I like to use oars, and my oars help me navigate well and control the boat, but it also takes lots of practice. But when you're drifting, you can fish Euro nymph style. You can do it with an 8 to 10 foot line, fluorocarbon 5X, and with jigs on there, or big eggs. And and I list some good ones that work there as well, like the slushy egg that has a head and it's large and it's multicolored. I think there's one, it's called the clown egg. Well, that's it for now, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully it gives you a good start for your first time or first few times fishing on the North Fork, and use this as a starting point, okay? I'm just kind of give you some general areas that I know work well and have worked in the past, but this water is amazing water. There are lots of places to fish. There are also lots of people, so don't get frustrated by that. Try to avoid the people by coming during the week. So good luck, and I hope all goes well.